What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Strikeout Beer Podcast, your least favorite podcast. I'm RD flying solo today, this afternoon. It's happy hour. Let's have a beer. It's not that it's been a terribly long week. It's just been, I don't know, just a lot of crap going on. So, anyways, this is the beer. I need to have that thing flip, but oh well. Yep. Hill Country Bock beer by Real Ale Brewing. This is brewed and bottled by Real Ale Brewing Company, handcrafted in the Texas hills. Blanco, Texas, USA. There we go. Get that little crack in there. All the alerts are going out right now for YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and X. Live on TikTok as well. I can hear people kind of coming in and out of the house all of a sudden. That's the way it works. It's all good though. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, looks like a buck. Beautiful amber color, little copper maybe if you want to. That red. Now it does have a little deep red to it. Yeah. We got stuff floating around in there. Oh, what the hell, man? I'm trying to show you if I had a light. You know, I have a flashlight around here. Let me see if I got a flashlight. I got a blue light. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it. What the? I know they do unfiltered beer. Um, so that might be what it is. I'm pretty sure it's Real Ale. And we had like a wheat pack once, and it was really good. But yeah, that's a lot. So the head on it kind of dissipated kind of quickly. I bought this at Kroger. I don't know how many months ago it was because of let's see. Best Buy. Best Buy 12/28/2024 on the bottom of the can. Oh well. Cheers. I usually like my box. I know exactly when I bought it then. I usually like my box in the wintertime. Early fall. Let's just say early fall. I think it works really well after Labor Day. Labor Day into late September, October, and pre-Thanksgiving. I think that's to me that's the box season. So, but yeah, it's got the color, and there's a lot of stuff floating around. We'll be able to see it all accumulate at the bottom. You can kind of get a look at it right now. Yeah. Anyway, here's some info on it. Hill Country Bock is a malt forward, easy drinking amber lager with notes of light toast and freshly baked bread. Intentionally simple and purposely timeless, this beer is perfect representation of all things that make the Hill Country so special. Simple and straightforward without putting on airs. Full of character yet approachable and generous in spirit. We think our Bach is a real taste of Texas. Michaela, how you doing? Okay, 4.9% alcohol by volume, 15 IBUs, 11.3 original gravity on this. So the OG. I mean, I've had several beers from Hill Country. Never had a problem with them. But obviously, this one's been sitting in the fridge. Yes, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Um, Obviously, I've bought beers. I totally forgot how old these beers are, but these are from last year, obviously. And Snowman's in the house. How are we doing, buddy? Bought these beers, I think, mid to late last year, and I bought a sixer of just randos at Kroger, and I was like, all right, let's get these beers. I'm gonna get Alan to get him six of these beers as well, so we can put them in the fridge and let them get older. Well, he never bought them, I don't think. So I'm like, well, you know what? I got to clear this fridge just for it. It's got to get cleared out. It's got to get cleaned out. I'm down to like two beers in my little mini fridge, and then probably 15, maybe 20 different beers in the big fridge out in the garage. So, but yeah, gonna go through those. I said I was gonna go live more this week. I was gonna go live last night after the Stars lost. I'll just be honest, I didn't have it in me. I was sitting there watching the game. I was so mad by the time it was over that I wanted to bash him. I wanted to bash him. Thanks, Hazelnut. I appreciate it. He loves you too. Um, and I just couldn't. It zapped all my. Even though I knew it was coming, but the game was kind of back and forth. They got close and fell apart again. Got close, fell apart. I was like, all right, this is. I can't do it. And normally I would hit the go live button. I wasn't getting up super early this morning. I got up at like 6:45. I hit the gym, and speaking of that, the damn sauna's still broken it's still under maintenance. That's half the reason I signed up for a gym membership, because I didn't want to buy a sauna for my house. Now, if I make room in my house, I already know where I want to put one. I've been wanting to put one there for a while. It's a couple grand. My wife's looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, we both could use this, blah, blah, blah. Because you actually feel really good after getting out of the sauna, just sweating it out. Anyway, so yeah, they lost, and I just lost all interest in it. I was going to stay up, just pound some beers, but just didn't get around to it. And it's kind of depressing. Like, they've played the last 3 games the way they finished the season, and that was just it really did bother me. I was like, this is, and I didn't have high hopes for the first series against Colorado. I was like, I don't know. I just don't know. And then they got to the Western Conference Finals. They ran into Edmonton again. Edmonton beat them again. They're going to the finals to take on Florida. I hope Florida just wipes the floor with their ass. I hope. Appreciate all the likes. Thank you so much. I didn't even notice they were coming through because I got these alerts all jacked up or whatever. So I appreciate it. Everybody over there on TikTok. I like going live on TikTok. It looks better too. I don't know what it is. The phone, it's got a better camera. It just looks better. So, anyways, not a lot of plans this weekend. I'm glad. I will say that I'm glad that the obviously the Mavs season has been over for a little while. I'm glad the Star season is over. I don't have to. My heart is finally just done. Right when you're like going through misery, you just want to be put out of your misery. And now, thank God, it's over, and we just get to watch the Rangers. Now it's Rangers full time, all time, baby. I can do the Ranger Roundup, no problems. I only have to do that twice a week. I was gonna do a quick video today, but I just got kind of busy doing like training and some other things. But yeah, the Ranger Roundup, I love it. Love watching the Rangers. I got the Victory Plus app, and that's where I watch the Stars most of the season this year too. So it's pretty cool if you're in the Metroplex and you're like, I need to find a place to watch. Now it did cost a hundo, but you get all the Ranger games. So you got to pay a little bit. That's fine. It's less than $1 a game, and I got 2 free tickets. That's what I was telling my wife. I was like, I got to look that up because I got to cash in these free tickets. Yeah. But yeah, that's, I don't know. Maybe I'll go to a game this weekend. St. Louis is in town, I believe. But there are some other things going on at local breweries around the Metroplex, like 903. They're doing their last bash on Elm Street. It's a farewell party to the brewery's original location, featuring farewell glassware, glass giveaway with beer purchased while supplies last. Community's doing a May Mutt Market. I don't know what the hell that means. Oh, it's with Dallas Pets Alive. Jesus, that's a cool joint to go to. And the dogs they bring out there. There's like little communities that'll bring out like they had like a pug rescue one time. They do some other things like that. So it's pretty cool. I might head out to that. It's supposed to be gorgeous. I said it wasn't supposed to look that. It's supposed to rain today. And it's kind of pissing me off. It's like every time the weekend comes around, man. But you just got to be careful. You just got to be patient because the weather in Texas just changes like crazy. Martin House doing a Creed Fest featuring live music, Creed themed beers. I don't know about that. And they're releasing Can You Take Me Higher? It's a THC drink, $25 per person at the door. Kids and designated drivers get in for free. So Oak Highlands is doing a new location grand opening. Railport is cheers their 7-year anniversary. Pretty cool. Petacolis is doing UEFA Champions League final watch party. Turning Point Hula and Hops, a tropical cookie decorating class with Allie's Sweet Spot. Huh. All right. Ivanhoe Ale Works up in Denison. I've never been there, but it's their 10-year anniversary party. I've never heard of them before. It sounds like someone's like screaming in my house. I'm like, what the hell is that? Tups up McKinney Wheels and Reels, movies under the stars with Rat Rod Tober Fest featuring a hot rod movie on the lawn. Free to attend. There you go. And then that's all pretty much going on for the Saturday. Sunday, not much doing. Panther Island's got a summer kickoff market with NTX Vintage Markets, and Petacolis is doing a paint and sip with orange palette parties. $37. So they got some cool stuff going on this weekend. For me, I probably won't be doing anything that's organized that much. I'll probably just hit I'll find a brewery if we got it. We're gotta go to one. We got to get back out there. And plus it's porch weather. It's not even gonna be that hot this weekend. So it's time to get out. It's time to get out. You know what I mean? This beer's okay. I don't know. I should have drank it fresh because I've had this beer before. I like this beer. Love the can art too. Yeah, the can art's cool. Yeah. Mhm. I've had this beer, just let it sit. Now there's some beers that they hold up in a can. Nothing negative, right? Tastes the same, all that kind of stuff. But for this one, I know it's slightly different because I've had this fresh before, and I'm pretty sure I've had it on tap. Speaking of this beer, it's available year round. You can get it in draft or cans. That's pretty much all they got on their website, realalebrewing.com. As far as check-ins, this thing has been checked in a whole lot, 3,800 times. So we'll get into a little bit more of that. Oh, I just saw something. I was like, "What the hell is that?" It's something about my I don't know what it is. So for RD 3D prints, I'm sure if you've watched the show for any amount of time, you probably know this. But anyway, yeah, I have a bunch of helmets, Star Wars helmets, and you go back and watch the old videos or something like that. Even like say a year ago, it was last summer, all July and further back. You can see the helmets in the background, all that kind of stuff. I used to do unboxings and whatnot. I got a couple new helmets that I haven't even opened yet because I'm waiting for to we're gonna remodel that room. But yeah, so it's a video that's 2 years old about a Captain Cardinal helmet that I'm showing. And then first order or whatever, and I'm looking for a shock trooper helmet because I have my shadow trooper helmet and all that kind of stuff. And then everybody's still they're commenting, oh, they can get you get this for $100 on Amazon. I'm like, yeah, dude, 2 years ago it wasn't $100 and it wasn't on Amazon. These things went on clearance at GameStop. And luckily, my buddy Alan was in Fort Worth, and he went over to a GameStop, picked me up a Shadow Trooper helmet for $39. I was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" But I could never find a Shock Trooper helmet, and they re-released them like a year ago. But yeah, back then you could get them on eBay for like $400. I'm sitting there contemplating, like, man, am I really going to pay $400 for a Shock Trooper helmet? I was like, I don't know. I just don't know. And luckily, I waited. I was patient, and instead of paying 400 for one that's used, I paid 100 for whatever. Why is the volume so high on my board? I keep lowering the volume, but it's staying like right there. I don't know. I don't know what's up with it. I got this Rodecaster Pro, man, and it's the original. It's the Class A servo bias, the preamps with the effects on board or whatever. And it is. I think it's just getting a little old. It's getting a little old. But yeah, it's gonna be gorgeous. I'm gonna get out today, probably mow the yard, go for a little walk. Tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like to rest, but man, if it's gorgeous weather, we're coming off a 3-day weekend, rolling in, short work week. Feel like I just want to do something. I don't know what though. And all this time, like even throughout the week, I always sit there and look at like a 2-hour radius around me and just think about that. Where do I want to go? I'm like, there's still breweries in the Metroplex I haven't been to, but all I want to do is go travel somewhere, drive 2 hours to go to a brewery. Now, listen, we went up to Norman, Oklahoma a couple years back, and it was like, there was 10 breweries that we went to in a day. And we just popped in, checked it out, had a beer, nothing too crazy. It wasn't 10 either. It was more like 5 or 6 or something like that. But anyways, try out the food, this and that, enjoyed ourselves, right? But I don't know. I just want to kind of get back to that. And the new breweries that are kind of popping up around here. And you saw that one that's up in Denison, Ivanhoe or whatever. It's been there for 10 years. I've never been. Never heard of it. Now, I was on beerandbigd.com, and I started out the year knocking out Collin County, like, because if you go to the list, it's all numeric or it's in alphabetical order. God, I lost my mind. And so I'm like, okay, I went to Three Nations up in Anna, and then there's Armor Brewing up in Allen, Black Hawk Brewing in Prosper, you know, Glen Echo and Wiley. They're Roller Town. I still haven't been to Roller Town in Salina. Been to Three Empires in Frisco, which was cool. Tups is cool. Union Bear. Wait, that's not the same one. That's a new location because Union Bear in Plano is the one I've been to. It's a little uppity. It's not. I wouldn't even say it's much of a brewery. It's more of a brunch place or something. It's actually really nice. It really is. You don't even know you're at a brewery. It's so nice. You're thinking you're an upscale bar, bistro or something, right? It's really cool. And they got a ton of beer. They got a big selection. So it's something to go to. Other ones, Unlawful Assembly. I didn't even know this place still existed because when I went, it was part of a legacy food hall. So it's like inside of a food court. You go upstairs, and the downside of this is it's you got kids and stuff running around sometimes. Parents like wander up there like, oh, let me see what this is. And then all of a sudden you got little kids running around like crazy. Grumpy in the house. What's up, brother? How are you? I happen to just look up over there on TikTok or whatnot. If you already passed there, you already left, man. That's cool. But it's funny. It's great to see your name. I thought about you the other day. There was something that popped up. It was with you and TJ, and I think it had tagged you or something in it too. So, but yeah, I think why not? I could go to 3 breweries. Let's see, Armor, Blackhawk, and Glen Echo. Well, 4, Rollertown. And that would check off all of Collin County. And then I'd start to work on, I don't know about Dallas County. I've been to most of these breweries in Dallas County too, because there was one day where we just hit like 6 up, 7 up, or something like that. And it's a bit much. It's a bit much. So, and there's a ton. But yeah, Petacolis, Pegasus, Texas Hell Project. I've been to all these. Twin Peaks Brewing, Vector been there, Westlake been there. Yeah. Anyways, there's some stuff to be done. There's some work to be done. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, that's all I got going on. It's just like I said, it's been a long week. The Stars losing kind of just put a damper on things. Eh, Anyways, I think I'm done here. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this beer, close it out, give you my final thoughts. Actually, let me see what we got here. A core done tapped, intentionally simple and purposely timeless. This beer is perfect representation of all things that make the Hill Country so special. Simple and straightforward without putting on airs, full of character yet approachable and generous spirit. There you go. All right, that's about the same thing as what it was. All right, 3,825 check-ins, 3,304 of those are unique. Monthly, about 60. 3.65 average score out of 2,944 ratings. So I wish I would have had this fresh. I should have drank it fresh. Okay, so all the little floaters, they're not a lot down there. See the little specks? You see those? Yeah. Carbonations. I think it lost a little something in this can. It's got a small dent I can see around that lip. Mm. But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm trying to bring it back just a little bit. Yeah, you can see all that stuff whipping around in there. So I don't know. I don't know if I got to figure out what the wife wants to do. She's got about another 45 minutes left to work. We're either going to head out to the pool or Fridays. I like to just chill. I don't really like to go out. I like to just kind of unwind, right? Grab a beer, chill, play some Rocket League or something like that, and just like I said, unwind. But we kind of haven't gone out. This is beer, beer. There you go, and it's gone. All right. Again, Hill Country Bock beer from Real Ale Brewing. Average score of 3.65. I'm gonna go 3.5 on this. 3.5. Generally, we don't score the clear the fridge beers, anything that's that old, because it's just what's the point? Because you didn't give it the proper, you didn't drink it fresh, right? There was someone that posted a video the other day. It was like, this is why you need to drink your beer fresh. And they were pouring out bottles of it like it went bad. And I was like, well, I mean, we have old beers. We have beers that are a couple years old. I think I have some beers that are running into like 5 or 6 years old. I know for a fact I've got some beers in the fridge that are definitely 5 to 6 years old. So, but we got to get through them. I got to clear this thing out. It's just been too long. We'll we'll bring it back in and see what's up. All right. I'm RD. You guys and gals have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. And then I should be back for the Sunday stream. We'll see. I know I say it every freaking week, but it just depends on what's going on. And if we had a weekend worth talking about, no big deal. All right. Y'all be good. We'll see you. I'm out of here.